Hey guys, it's Shelby, and this is my channel, Shelby Shelves, which apparently primarily takes place in my car. Go figure. Before I get started really quick, I want to tell you guys I had to go to Walgreens because I had to get an energy drink because that's my life. And I found my favorite pins for 19 cents a piece. And let me just tell you what, guys, 19 cents a piece. They're the Pilot G207 pins, and like, they come in different colors, and I tried not to buy them all because I tried to be a nice person, but I struggled with that, honestly. And I also got like highlighters, which I'm not going to try and find and pull out, for 34 cents. So, and my Red Bulls were 3 for $7, and unfortunately that means I bought 3 of them. But also, quick, again, not sponsored or anything, but the lime Red Bulls are my favorite thing ever, and so just saying I need you all to try them, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so if you guys want to go to Walgreens and get, like, walk by their clearance aisle, just walk by and see what they have, because they have some great, I have an addiction to pins. They have some great sales going on right now. Anyway, really quick, I'm going to try and tell you guys about these books as quickly as possible because I'm on my lunch break and I'm running out of time. So the first book I'm going to talk about is Wolf's Head by Stephen A. Mckay. Oh, look, you guys can't really see it. Can you? Maybe a little bit. There we go, kind of. Okay, Stephen A. Mckay. It's about Robin Hood. I love Robin Hood. Like, shout out to Disney's Robin Hood. Like, PJ, oh, like, I can't. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and read the description of the book now. It's $2.99 on Amazon. I got it for free on BookBub, but it's $2.99 on Amazon. England, 1321 AD. After viciously assaulting a corrupt but powerful clergyman, Robin Hood flees the only home he has ever known in Wakefield, Yorkshire. Becoming a member of a notorious band of outlaws, Hood and his new companions, including John Little and Will Scathlock, hide out in the great forests of Barnsdale, fighting for their very existence as the laws hunt them down like animals. When they are betrayed and their harsh lives become even more unbearable, the band of friends seek bloody vengeance. Meanwhile, the country is in turmoil as many of the powerful lords strive to undermine King Edward II's rule until, inevitably, rebellion becomes a reality and the increasingly deadly yeoman outlaw from Wakefield finds his fate bound up with that of a hospitaller knight. I said that wrong. I'll never say it right. But I love Robin Hood, so I'm actually very excited for this. Okay, the next book that I'm going to try and show you as quickly as possible is Transmission by Morgan Rice. It's free still. It's the beginning of a series, the Invasion Chronicles. And the description reads, a 13-year-old boy dying of a rare brain disease is the only one able to hear and decode signals from outer space. SETI, or SETI, confirms it is a real signal. What is the message? How will the world react? And most of all, are the aliens coming? I'm trying to get more into sci-fi. I've never really given it a legitimate try, so I'm trying, guys. Okay. The next book, maybe, possibly, that I'm going to show you guys is Standing Sideways by J. Lynn Bailey. And it is $3.99 on Amazon. And it says, when Livia Stone suddenly loses her twin brother Jasper, she must learn to navigate her new life alone. As she faces tragedy and starts down a road towards self-destruction, Daniele enters Livia's life at a moment when she needs it most. I chose this book because twins fascinate me. I don't have a twin. I actually don't know anybody who does have a twin. But a long time ago, my youngest sister and I, we got hooked on like conjoined twins. Like TLC used to have a channel about them. And then we started like researching them and we'd talk about them and we were low-key kind of obsessed with them. Probably kind of unhealthy, but I don't know. Anyway, and so I've always kind of had a weird fascination with twins since then because, like, I mean, me and my sisters, we have a connection, but it's nowhere near what I've heard twins have as a connection. I don't know. Anyway, so it's interesting to hear about, you know, twins who try and live after their siblings die. And then that actually brings me to this other book that I got. And I got it on Amazon for $1.99 because I have that Amazon, like, first reads or something like that, where you can get it cheaper. But this book, oh, maybe. Oh, why isn't it working? Come on. It's called The Rule of One, and it's by Ashley and Leslie Sanders, and they're twins. Like, it's actually written about twins, by twins, about twins, which is exciting. It's $4.99 on Amazon now. But I got it for $1.99 because of Amazon First Reads. So that description is, in their world, telling the truth has become the most dangerous crime of all. In the near future United States, a one-child policy is ruthlessly enforced. Everyone follows the rule of one. But Ava Goodwin, daughter of the head of the Texas Family Planning Division, has a secret. One her mother died to keep and her father has helped to hide for her entire life. She has an identical twin sister, Mira. For 18 years, Ava and Mira have lived as one, trading places day after day, maintaining an interchangeable existence down to the most telling detail. But when their charade is exposed, their worst nightmare begins. Now they must leave behind the father they love and fight for their lives. Branded as traitors, hunted as fugitives, and pushed to discover just how far they'll go in order to stay alive, Ava and Mira rush headlong into a terrifying unknown. There are places in this world that had this rule. Actually, China might have just lifted theirs, but I always wondered, what happens if you do have twins? Like, do you just give one up? How do you choose which one to give up? How do you live with that your entire life? Anyways, so I'm super excited that twins, Ashley and Leslie decided to write this book because they're going to have the most in-depth perception of what it's like being a twin, and they're writing about twins, and I'm super, super excited about it. Now I'll move on. Okay, so my next book that I'm going to tell you guys about as quickly as possible is actually 3 books in one, and it's called The Reign of Queens, like the whole series. It's 3 full-length books, and each book is the beginning of another series of books. So the first one is called Frey, for the Frey saga, and it says, Frey lives in a world where humans are fairy tales, a world where the powerful rule, where her magic is broken. That life is a lie. When dark secrets unravel, she'll have to risk everything to rise above a dangerous past. The next book is called King of Ash and Bone, Shattered Realms, Book 1. When monsters break through the veil between worlds, Mackenzie Scott has nothing left to lose. Her brother is marked, her future is vanished, and all that remains is a desperate need for revenge. She devises a plan to stop them and finds an injured stranger that just might be the key. But he's not the helpless boy he appears to be. He's one of them, and he's got plans of his own. And then the third book in this book is Bound by Prophecy, Descendant Series, Book 1. Erin's only job is to protect the Chosen. The trouble is, she's the key to a prophecy and everyone wants her. When the opposition descends, their only hope is to stick together, but the truth unravels and together might prove the biggest complication of all. This is free still, and you can get it on Amazon, and each one of them sounds interesting. I'm really bad at series though, so I always get super nervous reading a series book because it's like, I get bored after the 3rd book. The only one I completed was like Harry Potter. I did complete Twilight. I think I've already said all this before. But anyways, I'm just really bad at series. But each one of them sounded interesting and it was free and I can't help a deal. Obviously, I bought pens I really don't need. The next book is called The Dragon Slayer's Sword. By Risa Nelson. And it looks like that. And this is free still too. And it actually says just by Risa Nelson on here, but online it says it was also written by Eric Wilder. So I don't know what that means, but I'm going to include his name anyways. Astrid assumed all dragons should be killed until she met one that changed her mind. In the medieval Northlands, a dangerous family seeks power. They slaughter all who get in their way. Children's rhymes hint at what's to come, but no one recognizes the danger at hand. Astrid doesn't know she holds the key to this power. She's just a blacksmith who makes swords for dragon slayers. But Astrid has a secret. A dragon once chewed her up and spit her out. She hides the old scars covering her body through shape-shifting. But the time for hiding is over. I'm intrigued. You intrigue me. 1, dragons are cool. Shout out Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. But anyway, it's free. Again, I can't help it but a bargain. I haven't read any of these books yet. But I am going to tell you about one book that I got for free. It is now $3.99, but I fell in love with this book. Honestly, guys, I read it in a day. Like, honestly, it was so good. And it's a scary book. Like, kind of, it has to do with exorcism. It's called Sorrow's Point by Daniele Devore. And there's actually 4 books in the series, and I've only read the first one. I don't know if I'm going to get the second ones. I'm sorry that the lighting gets all weird. It's cloudy outside. Everything is strange. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so Sorrow's Point is book 1 in the Marker Chronicles. And it's $3.99, and here's what the description says, and then I'll tell you what I thought about it. Not all exorcists are equal. One is marked. When defrocked ex-priest Jimmy Holiday agrees to help out an old friend with his sick daughter, he doesn't expect the horrors that await him. Blackmore, his friend's new residence, rests upon the outskirts of the town of Sorrow's Point. The mansion's history of magic, mayhem, and death make it almost a living thing, a haunted mansion straight out of a Stephen King novel. Jimmy must decide if the young girl Lucy is only ill or if the haunting of the house and her apparent possession are real. After the house appears to affect him as well as the colors of magic dancing before his eyes, rooms warded by a witch and a ring of power in his voice, Jimmy is met by a transient who tells him he has the mark. Whatever being marked means, Jimmy doesn't care. All he wants to do is help Lucy, but helping Lucy means performing an exorcism. It was so good. I got so hooked so easily, guys. I mean, from the second I started the book, I was interested in it, and it does kind of end on a cliffhanger, but it's also the kind of cliffhanger that if I never read the rest of the books, like, I keep looking at myself, sorry, I'm going to look at you guys. If I never read the rest of the books, I'm kind of okay with it, because the first one was really good and I really just don't want to go. But you never find out what being marked means. That's the only frustration I have. If anyone else has read these books and can just tell me, I guess I could Google it, but I'm lazy. Anyways, it was super good. So if you like Stephen King and everything like that, you're interested in hearing about this little girl. I mean, she kind of, I'm not going to lie to you guys, she kind of talks dirty, and it's a lot unsettling, because I think of the, like, little kids in my life, like, saying things like this, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't handle this. But it was so good. It was so, so good. I loved it. And that's all I'm going to say about it, is that it was so, so good. So I'm going to try and read the rest of these books, hopefully maybe, or some of these books at least, this weekend, and maybe have another video up for you guys about it soon. I'm also doing listening to books. I'm going to do another video about these books that I'm listening to, because I'm having a rough time. But anyways, so thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, put the little notification dingy bell. I'm going to include down below in the description box, we're going to have the links to these books in case you're interested. If you're not, that's cool too. And I'll let you guys know what I think of them. Bye.